Hi everyone, we are happy to announce two new capabilities for Intezer Protect. The first capability will enable our sensor to scan for misconfigurations within your host or other levels, for example, Docker and Kubernetes. The second capability will enable the sensor to notify you when there are vulnerable packages installed on your host. Let's go ahead and take a look at our dashboard and we'll dive into these capabilities. Now, as you can see, I have one infected asset. Go ahead and click on that to gain some more information. The vulnerability status on our Docker host is at high alert. Taking a look here, we see that our two new different capabilities, our installed packages and our configuration checks. Let's go ahead and look at our installed packages. We can see that there are several packages that we would want to look into. Now, I'd like to note what a valuable asset this is going to be for your teams. They now have an actionable list in which they are able to triage what they need to address first. Now, it's not just limited here to the vulnerable packages. We can go over to the Active tab. By having this ability, your teams can address the vulnerable packages that are being seen on runtime before they tackle packages that, though vulnerable, have not been run on your system. So it goes something like active alerts, high alerts, medium alerts. For example, if we click on the first one, we can see that there is a CVE out for this package, and we'd be able to click on it and get additional information. This will enable your team to have greater visibility in what they can do in order to reduce your attack surface. However, this server has already been attacked, so let's take a look at what occurred. We can do so by clicking on our configurations checks. Under check name, we see the information that we should ensure that TLS authentication for the Docker daemon has been configured. Clicking on this will give us additional information, including this description, the rationale to why this is a high-level alert, and the remediation, which will enable your team with the information they need in order to address this misconfiguration. Now let's move over to our alerts. The malicious file on our server was identified as part of the Docky family. From there, we can get additional information to look into the root cause of this issue. Drawing our attention here, we can see that the malicious process was running under this PID number, along with its path and the command that was used in order to initiate the attack. This process has already been terminated, but we also see the process tree, which will enable your team in being able to do a root cause analysis into how this attack occurred. For example, we can see here that cron was part of the path in which the attack occurred. They should look into the fact that the attacker may have been able to establish persistence on this server. If you want to give these new features a try, head over to protect.intezer.com.